Hello everyone, this is Ultimate Number, and welcome back for more Final Fantasy. In the last part, we did, 2 hours of Lifespring Grotto, and this part, it's probably gonna be 4 hours of Whisperwind Cove, because this dungeon is, twice as long. You heard me, twice as long. It has 40 floors. Thankfully, you only need to do it once. So that's good. I'm at level 85, though I'm certain I don't need to be that over-prepared because I actually spoiled myself. These upcoming bosses are actually worse, and by worse I mean more pathetic than what we've seen of Omega and Shinryu. So how's that?
Oh boy.
So,
even with these hacks, this game is kind of pathetic.
So, while I'm showing my stats, I've actually learned what some of these stats do. I've actually learned what luck does, and luck actually does affect how often you can land status effects and how well you can defend against them. Like, Furia here can stun Tiamat almost always, and Umber can just never do it. Look at that luck difference. No wonder why. So yeah, that's what luck does. And a rather interesting mechanic I've looked up about stamina. It doesn't just affect how much HP you get per level up. It also affects... Also, why is there lag? There shouldn't be this much lag. Also, these enemies are pathetic. Oh my goodness, why is it lagging so much? Is it because...
nothing is showing up on my end unless it's input lag.
No, it's not input lag, it's happening specifically in battles. Yeah, actually, hold on, let me record this with a lower FPS. Okay, I turned frame skip on. I'm still recording at 30 frames per second, but maybe this will help. I hope. Somewhat. It's still like 90-something%, but it's okay.
I am still confused at what point of progression you're supposed to go into these dungeons.
I think the point was you're expected to know the Final Fantasies and how hard those bosses were, or something like that, but meh. I don't think they wanted to make it harder than what it already was with Shinryu and such. So what am I doing? Where's my stuff?
But soldiers.
And Bone Snatch and Flood Gigas, I never went really that well in depth over them, but apparently they are really... The Flood Gigases are really good Soma Drop farmings, but guess what I learned the hard way? You cannot sell Soma Drops, so you can't just grind these out and just sell them and just buy Intelligent Pluses. They sell for 0 gil.
Not even one elixirs do?
Not even one.
Jeez. Harsh.
Why are we still encountering black goblins? We already determined they're, about as pathetic as regular goblins. In fact, I think they're even worse than regular goblins because they don't cast magic. Actually, they do cast magic, so I'm immediately wrong. There's the exit. Now, how do I get to it? Hello, not Desert Pedes. You're supposed to be called Desert Pedes. Why are you called Red Scorpions? I like Desert Pedes better.
I like how in this game, all in these dungeons, the enemies are the equivalent of, minions in D&D 4th edition.
I suppose they are minions, because once you defeat the all evil, they just all vanish. Or run away.
I do like how the Final Fantasy games at least have an excuse of, oh, the monsters are really unusual. in 4, it's because of the crystals. In this, it's because the fiends
are clearly blanket girls gone bad. Oh no, I just want it to be random. Well, there's the exit, but do I want items? Also, I'm pretty sure there's unique enemies specifically in this type of architecture of floors. I think it's like poison eagles. I thought you could encounter poison eagles in like the oceans of Hellfire Chasm, but apparently not. I do know you can encounter poison eagles, or poison hadoos, excuse me.
At least the floors so far have been mercifully short.
Come on, a few more encounters.
And this dungeon doesn't have the Forest of Crappiness.
It has one Forest of Crappiness, but it's purple.
It wasn't the other dungeon's Forest of Crappiness purple?
Huh?
The floor in the first dungeon.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
The undead one with all the forced encounters. Wasn't that purple?
I somehow can't. That was the forest I was talking about.
Oh. Is that
Anyway.
floor in this dungeon?
Anyway, guess what? Here's another overworld, but this one's always the same. Excuse me. Alright, sorry, buddy. Now where was I? Oh yeah. This right here is another overworld, but it's not random, unlike Hellfire Chasm. Hellfire Chasm has like 3 overworlds, but you encounter only one of them. It depends on what floor you're on currently that determines the overworld, as well as the treasure chest that spawn. This one is always the same. And speaking of, I've actually found images of maps of these dungeons. It's actually fantastic, actually, and it actually documents, or not documents, but like shows where treasure chests potentially spawn, but not necessarily what's in them, because that mechanic isn't really known about. But I do know them. Treasure chests spawn depending on what floor it is, and yeah, their contents are also based on what floor it's on. So if I encountered this on the exact same floor, then I would always get that luck plus down there. So how about that? Also, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Ah.
I just didn't have much to say.
So, these later dungeons, not only are they tied to one specific Final Fantasy, but it's like Hellfire Chasm has more than just 4, Lifespring Grotto has even more than just 5, and this has even more than just the previous, than 6. This is this overworld's a reference to Final Fantasy 3, with the floating islands. Encoding overloaded, consider turning down, okay. I guess it's poor internet connection?
No, that's actually specifically for recording when the bit rate is too high. Usually that only matters when streaming, though.
But I'm not streaming, though.
I think it's just, are you on Studio?
Stereo?
Studio. OBS Studio.
Yeah, I'm on OBS Studio.
Yeah, that's just a default thing. It always shows that whether you're recording or streaming.
Well, I hope there's not any major problems. Is this the floor? No, it's not. Okay, this floor, remember how I said there's some floors that are actually similar or exactly the same as the actual Final Fantasy floors? This is what I was talking about. This floor is exactly the same as, what was it called? Lich's Dungeon? Well, actually it's not exactly the same. It has some split pathways. Like, this is where you use the Earth Rod. And yeah. Oh no, not this floor. So, something I forgot to mention about this dungeon. This dungeon is in itself a game, because it has quite a bit of side quests, pointless like this one. This is my most hated one. A village of kids and you're supposed to find one specific kid. And this town is really, really big. When he means blue, he means like Sonic blue, for the record. So these houses, while they don't have interiors, except for this one, we'll have to remember that this kid's house is kind of like a church or something. But yeah, when you go in them, you spawn at a different house. However, going inside the same house does not teleport you back to the house you just came from. It is, there is a set of houses, it just gets confusing really quickly. You can, most of the time, find the kid just by going inside the same house over and over. Usually that's how you find the black-haired kid, which he usually asks
skipped
for.
over the blue.
I did?
I might have misseen it. Oh, that's black.
Yeah, that was the black-haired kid I was talking about. Well, time to actually search. There's not even treasure on this floor either. There's none.
So it's a one-way teleporter maze. Yay.
Yep. It's like warp rings in Zelda Classic, kind of. There's only certain houses you can only ever teleport to. When you go inside the same house over and over, here's the blue kid. If he would let me talk to him.
Shucks.
Well, time to go back to the church house. So, I'm probably gonna have not a whole lot to say, and I kind of been wanting to talk about this for a while. Actually, I may have lied. This room specifically might have a treasure chest, but I didn't see any, so yeah. I want to talk about a little creation of mine, although probably most of you will probably get mad at me because it's a fetish. It's a common fetish. Common monster girl fetish. So yeah, I kind of want to talk about blanket girls, which I just mentioned. Many people just assume right away, oh, they're just a blanket with a face. No, that's not it. It's like
that's like
a It's like a blanket that gained a human feminine body. I'm no good with explaining, so I might just show a picture. That's what they look like in this person's style, at least. But that's basically what they are, blankets who gained a feminine human body, and they love hugging. They're very kind and not really dangerous at all, except for their original purpose, which was to kill. Basically, an evil magician wanted to create something very innocent to make people off guard, stuff like that, so then the magician can kill them. But then the magician quickly realized his mistake. Oh wait, there's limited blankets, and teaching it to others would be a bad idea. And I've already taught it to others, so fuck me, I guess. I have a doc of blanket girls. I can't really explain them, even though I was totally preparing. Even when I prepare for subjects, I still can't talk about them. I'll put a doc in the description, and I'll also insert a picture. Okay, so so I might have stuff to talk about after all. See, this is my problem. I go all over the place with subjects all the time. It's like the game just throws in something I have to talk about when I want to talk about something else.
I mean, you were just talking about how you can't talk about it anyway.
Well, at least talk about something. Okay, so this shop, depending on what floor you get, it sells certain items. The earlier it is, the worse the items are. The later it is, the better the items are. So this shop can sell ethers and potions, and as you progress, they sell better potions and better ethers. They don't sell elixirs, though. Too bad. But they sell X potions and dry ethers. I mean, that's a thing. Okay, so this town is... It looks similar to Pravoka, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
Kind of Pravoka-ish, yeah. It uses the same tile set anyway.
not every house is enterable, but there's 3 houses. You can enter the inn, the church, the shop. I have no idea where I'm going. I just want to show that they exist.
One thing I do like that's, like, almost certainly not an actual reference, but it reminds me of how in the Mother games, the doors with rounded tops you can go into, the square doors you can't.
Wow, so many beds for not a lot of people who come here, except specifically us 4. Oh geez, 1,000 gil.
Yeah, you have to wonder who the shop's clientele is.
Especially when the dungeons are randomized. Oh look, another side quest room with no enemies, but it does have treasure. So, the gimmick with this floor, each of these dwarves has its own set of problems. If you scratch their backs, maybe they'll scratch mine in return. And then give a shit about what they say. So, okay, this guy wants the autograph. Okay, cat's whisker. So this floor for speedrunners require them to really focus. He wants tools. I think he wants the axe. I don't think they're called tools. I think they're just called. I think it's just the axe he wants. I don't know. There's one guy who wants the axe and one guy who wants a cogwheel, and I keep mistaking one for the other.
I kind of mentioned this before, but the floors are at least shorter than other dungeons so far.
Okay, no, the cogwheel, I keep mistaking it for either that guy or the guy I just talked to. I can't remember what this guy wants, though. I'll see it when I see it. House key.
What accent do the dwarves have?
Ocarina. The Ocarina of Time caused the problem.
Of course.
Well, we got the Korobo, whatever that is. Does it even show up in our inventory? I don't think it does. No, it... Oh, it does!
Wow.
Sweet candy liked by the dwarves. Like, I swear, I've gotten one item that wasn't the Korobo, and it didn't actually show. So, Korobo... Oh! What happens if you say no? I've never said no to these, but I'm not going to say no to every single one of them. Like, I'm not going to be able to show everything anyway, might as well not show these. Okay, so Ocarina... This guy? Losh. I mean, Losh. There are some words I can't make out of these guys.
Rather.
I don't speak toothless.
Rather gonna have.
Cogwheel. Speaking of toothless, I'm not sure if I said this before, but basically my entire right side of my teeth are unusable, and by that I mean just one tooth. That just makes my entire right side unusable. And it was about 3 or 2 years ago. And I've just kind of grown used to chewing specifically on the left side. I'm surprised none of my teeth on the left side have started hurting yet. Actually, that's not true. One did start hurting, but all it took was a week of brushing teeth, and it immediately feels better, despite eating anything that would break your teeth in like 2 seconds. Man, geez, I have a much stronger... I'm like almost immune to sickness than I have any right to. Like, I swear, there are some things that should plague me, but just don't.
But then when you do get sick, it hits really hard.
Yes, when I get sick, it lasts for like 2 weeks. And here I thought sickness lasts for like 3 days, or just 1 day according to school, because in school Apparently you're not allowed to be sick more than one day, and yet that's not how the world works. In fact, even when you're sick, they still want you to come to school, even though it's illegal to come to school when you're sick. What is wrong with school?
I was unaware of it being a legal issue. I thought that was more of a individual school thing. Yeah.
Okay, that guy wants the witch's brew. Here's the pickaxe guy. I thought it was this guy. Okay, so there is an item called Smith's Tools. Where's the pickaxe? There's the autograph. I hate this room. I get lost so damn easily, and I forget in like 2 seconds. Like, my memory is so bad. It's like, in such a way that's kind of funny. Like, I can, you know how in Yoshi's Island there's like 7 pairs and you only get 2 shots, but it does show you all of them?
Right.
I can remember that, but in Chao Adventure, a minigame from Sonic Adventure, there's 6 pairs, and you get 3 chances. That's easier, right?
I'm guessing not.
I fail it almost every single time. I can get Yoshi's Island, but I can't get Chao Adventure. How fun.
Is Chao Adventure the VMU minigame thing?
Yeah, it's a VMU minigame of the Dreamcast Sonic Adventure. There's autograph.
I don't think I really have any Dreamcast games that do the VMU game thing. Like, what?
I didn't realize Dreamcast games couldn't have mini-games. I thought all of them did.
The Evolution games, which are kind of like, they're weird dungeon crawl JRPG things. All it is a clock, basically.
Clock?
A clock with the pixelated face of one of the party members.
There's house key. Really, the only Dreamcast games I've played were Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, and others I've heard were like Crazy Taxi. Is that what it's called? And
yeah. Jet Set Radio.
That's literally it. I barely know Dreamcast. Also, what did I get?
Most of the Dreamcast's library are games that were also on the PS1. There was also, of course, the Phantasy Star Online episodes, which at this point just get the Plus version on the game. Actually, I'm curious how much that costs now.
Phantasy Star Online episodes 1 and 2. Which, speaking of, I'm still supporting Chao Island, although Chao Island's kind of getting progressively slower with updates, but I'm still trying my best to help. And the reason I bring this up because of Phantasy Star Online is because I'm trying to document the best I can into the coding of the tiny Chao Garden. And Phantasy Star Online has a downloadable tiny Chao Garden that could have different bits of data, even if it's all the same in different locations. Who knows? Maybe one byte is changed. Well, I do know it's the only version that has a title screen of the tiny Chao Garden. Also, did you see that? I have health regen.
Yeah.
Now I have health regen. That's because of Angel's Ring. Every single one of my party members have Angel's Ring. Not only does it give me health regen, which basically makes fights impossible to lose, it also protects me against instant death, which I resist anyway.
The final boss is going to be hilarious to see.
Also, where's my... Oh, I already equipped the Lord of Robes. I think the Robo-Lords also give health regen, but Angel's Ring is like one of the best items anyway. It's better than all my other equipment anyway, so why not?
Clearly, it has an auto regen Ga, because that is a spell that exists.
speaking of trying to dispel auto regen, in my early days of Final Fantasy X, there's like a super boss, Jumbo Flan, that has auto reflect, and I spent like 20 turns trying to dispel it, and I'm like, how am I not dispelling this? Like, I didn't realize you couldn't dispel autos. Like, I just thought it automatically gives you it by the start of the fight and can be dispelled. I didn't realize it couldn't be dispelled.
I mean, that's part of what makes auto life so powerful, right?
Well, auto life is different from other autos because you have to activate it yourself. Now imagine auto life. You can't ever die. That is a thing in Final Fantasy X, but only in beyond the actual true final boss. True in many of our definitions. Well, how long? About 20 minutes in, and here's like this joker of a boss. And let me say this right now, 3 of the bosses in here are pink. Also, this guy very much looks like Atomos, but without the black hole. That's just what he looks like to me.
It's like an edgy haunter.
Jeez, this thing's so laggy.
Am I wrong?
Why am I using Defenrer? I should be using Enhancerer. We've heard this music so many times that I don't think we'd care that it is lagging anyway. Unless this guy has a suddenly hits harder than what the game ever allows attack. And at this point, we're pretty much set to fight this guy.
I didn't even think Bullet Break was a thing in this game.
Oh, this guy can snort? He doesn't even have a nose. I mean, his other face does.
I'm telling you, edgy haunter.
He kind of does look like a haunter. Wow, he's dead? I didn't even know he had that much little HP. Boo, he didn't drop the item. I should check the best gear.
What does he drop?
It's been about a month since I recorded this, forgive me everybody. I've not really... Anyway, here's all the bosses I didn't show their statistics. I already shown these. That's a lot of HP. Wow, that's a bunch of defense. Of course he has intelligence of 10.
Because it's Gilgamesh.
Well, there's Omega. 160 defense, 35,000 HP, 40 intelligence. By the way, this guy resists stun, even though I was able to stun him. And guess who doesn't resist stun? This guy. He doesn't resist stun. I don't know why I never bothered to paralyze this guy. Intelligence of 55, really? Atomos. Such high evasion. You think black holes wouldn't have that much evasion because they suck you in, not repel you away?
Well, it's really hard to hit the vitals of a black hole.
Well, there's evasion for you. This guy drops Angel's Robe at 4% chance. Have fun with that.
At least it's not 1.
Oh my, now I'm getting input lag. Beavers! Beavers!
If only we had Guy with us.
Yes. Yes, we need Guy. Okay. 10 right, 3 left. 10 right, 3 left. 1, 2, 3. Pi. High five. Full picks. Tifa.
She's literally at 7.
Stanley Parable. 7, 8 it. Final Fantasy. I'm playing it. I will be playing it. Never
Don't
played.
play it.
Well, there's a bunch of mishmash for you. Yes, I'm done already. counting with Ultima number, don't you know?
You have number, man.
I'm not number. I'm not Ultima either. I'm Ultima number. Although I have a Chow named number and a Chow named Ultima. Yes, a Chow named number. How simple can you get with names? Even though no one in the world ever calls anything number. Or anyone. I love numbers. In case you couldn't tell. We gonna encounter, like, a knocker anytime soon? Oh boy. Or what the dungeon should be like anyway. We're in the sky. So,
Cancer Castle Mark 2.
It's pretty much Cancer Castle, because I have no idea where the fuck I'm going. I should have downloaded maps, but even if I did, how would I tell where I was? Because everything looks so gosh dang much like the same person all the time. Hello, Death Mandicores, who I've encountered in post, but we've never encountered personally. These guys drop ninja garb at, like, I believe 5%. Look how... Just... Also, just look at them. Do they not look terrified of us instead of terrifying themselves? They look so terrified.
I mean, the tail is poised for attack. If it was straight up, yeah. Oh, you got it.
Hey, look, ninja garb. I didn't need to grind one in post after all. Maybe I can save an extra 5 seconds right now, because I've not actually recorded post-commentary yet. I suppose I could cut it in post-commentary, that it'll save a few seconds of torture. Can we run from the simple enemies? Okay, so fun fact about these floors, these type of floors, there's one enemy who's very infamous on these types of floors only. However, in the original Dawn of Souls, it could also be encountered on lava floors. This hack, only these floors. It is called the Yamatano Orochi, which is pretty much the only Final Fantasy enemy I can get right. It has a 1 in 64 chance of appearing. It's one of the hardest enemies in the game. And it has a 1% chance of dropping Excalibur II, or Excalibur 2, however you want to say it.
I think in Final Fantasy it's Excalibur 2.
Yeah, let's just say Excalibur 2. Why are you guys running away now? You never ran away from me before.
Why does Orochi drop Excalibur? They're blending... Oh wait, Final Fantasy always blends mythologies.
Oh yeah, in case you haven't noticed, Air Splitter, second strongest weapon in the game. Look at that attack, 112. And it casts magic. But it does have wind element though. Hello, Holy Knight.
But what is the strongest weapon in the game?
Strongest weapon is...
Clear
In terms of
blade.
attack, Excalibur II, Excalibur 2. In terms of overall output, Ultima Weapon. Ultima Weapon has 120. I mean, Ultima Weapon has... Well, actually, Ultima Weapon can have up to 100 attack depending on your HP, up to 100 accuracy depending on your HP also. Excalibur 2 has 120 attack, but only 60 accuracy, but it's super effective against everything. So, really both.
I'm used to the Ultima Weapon doing exactly your HP and damage, because that's how it works in 7.
Exactly your HP?
Yeah. So, if you throw on a bunch of HP up materia...
No, that's actually not how that works. It's like, the formula is attack times 3 divided by percentage of HP. So it can do up to 3 times the normal amount of damage. They died. I want to show them living so they can cast Curaga on themselves and still somehow get healed. because those zombies can cast Kiraga on themselves, but they heal from it instead of dying from it.
That's dumb.
Okay, I believe this floor specifically has poison eagles. I know it's some type of cave floor, but I remember it being this type of floor, maybe. Or maybe it's like the Titan's Cave architecture floors.
And then it turns out the poison eagle makes a hawk noise anyway.
Even though enemies don't make noises whatsoever in this game.
Yes, they specifically made it so that it makes the red-tailed hawk noise that every other eagle in.
Okay, come on, game. Please give me items. I don't want to go through this dungeon 8 more times. Okay, so here's a kicker for you. Did you know you can go through this rock? 'Cause I didn't.
That does not look... That is bad tiling.
Like, that's the only way through. It is not clear at all that you can do that. It's never been implemented either. When I encounter another Flying Fortress floor, I'll say it because it's relevant, damn it. I must say only relevant things, because the game won't let me.
That sort of tiling error is what gives me trust issues and makes me check behind every suspicious rock in any 2D game.
Must push A on every single tile. Also,
I
maybe I should have stayed on the overworld floor longer, because I remember you can only encounter flare gigases only on those floors. Maybe they spawn on lava floors? I don't know why this place has lava, but it just does.
Just why are you questioning the post-game dungeons of Final Fantasy?
Especially this one, which is in itself a game. So many errors on OBS. So many encoding overload. It's popping like every 3 seconds now. But it says encoding. That has nothing to do with recording. Or so I assume. Should I record at a lower frame rate? I mean, this game's frame skipping anyway, so... Maybe I should... Yes, no, maybe so. Is this Tale of Go?
It's the Legend of the Mystical Ninja. Which is not about a ninja at all. Fun fact.
Oh yeah, I remember what I forgot to talk about also. Stamina. I've discovered interesting mechanics about stamina other than it raises max HP better. For Black Belt / Monk / Master, specifically them, it actually determines their attack and defense when they're not wearing armor.
I thought that the monk class line was special because they fought without weapons, not armor. Stamina's
the best. And stamina's the reason they fight best without weapons or even armor.
Huh. I just figured that they had I thought that in at least the PSP version, they get a strength bonus when not wearing a weapon that's equivalent to the level, I think. So
apparently, you need 100 stamina to match the power of a fully powered Ultima weapon, but when they're unarmed, they can hit twice as much. So even if you could match the power of Ultima weapon and you equip the Ultima weapon, it's still better to just not equip it, because you hit twice as much. So that's a thing. Also, I have not found a single robot part. Here's one. The exoskeleton. Better hope it doesn't jump scare me.
God, it's like Warframe.
So many Five Nights at Freddy games. Like, I've dropped interest.
You already checked all of these right here.
I did. I dropped interest in Five Nights at Freddy's ever since after the fourth one, basically. I
like the concept of it just being a horror game with creepy animatronics, but I don't like horror games, so it was never on my radar or anything.
The reason I'm losing interest is because Scott just can't learn to decide when the plot should just end. Well, here's a red apple. I'm missing a red apple.
From my understanding, I think the Ultimate Custom Night or whatever is actually, like, it confirms that it's done.
I have not seen anything of Ultimate Custom Night. But Scott he just wants to make the most unplayable game ever to be created. Like most cancerous creators. Like, say, Lugmalord of Mario 74 Extreme Edition, or Brodoot of Star Revenge 2 Night of Doom. And then ever since then, people just kept making nearly impossible TAS-only hacks.
I mean, to be fair, Extreme Edition even warns you in the title. You have both parts. It even warns you in the title that this is not going to be possible for most people.
And then as indicated in the end message, there always has to be that one gamer who always finishes everything. And so he did. Well, here's even more of a Joker boss. Like, I think this is the most useless boss in the entire game. Haha, it's so funny, damn it, it's an octopus.
I mean, he is the joke, like the joke recurring boss of 6. At least I remember him. I don't remember where the kite shows up.
So he is a Joker. I knew it. I knew it all along. Also, only enhance yourself twice because of the weird 255 cap thing. Instead, haste Hikari. Because why not?
I mean, Hikari is lethal with that staff, apparently.
I like giving her the ultimate weapon as the ultimate joke. Oh boy, 14 hits that do nothing. You know what, Umber? You Thor's hammer. I don't think your physical attacks are going to do much. Everyone else's is. Your intelligence is like...
In the first Final Fantasy, light mages are at least competent in melee combat because they're based off of D&D First Edition clerics, which are more crusaders than priests.
I want to give Hikari a hug. I don't know why I've been into hugs lately, but I have. Magical hugs, like say from a blanket girl. They hug you so they absorb your heat, so they can then give it to you back via affectionate heat, because their mana is fueled by heat.
No, I was thinking like vibrating Japanese bees. I think it's the bees that do that.
And there we go, right as we end the conversation of that.
Like, Japanese bees are freaky because they will cluster a hornet because Japanese hornets are even more terrifying and just vibrate until it just overheats. Yeah.
So check for items, damn it. I don't want to come back here. I don't want to come back here. I just don't.
Oh boy, it's actually just ice cave layout.
Yeah, this place has everything. And only Elm Gigas apparently.
Not elemental, Elm. They are professors.
Professor Elm. Where's
I
Ogre
forget
Gigas?
which generation Elm was.
Whatever, not using pluses now, because, oh boy, 1 point. Instead of...
1 point of stamina, at least, is tangible.
Yeah, we need 4 for it to really do anything. But for Monk, that's not true. Could have gone to the exit, but no, gotta get the pointless items, it's important. I didn't even look at my notepad. Ooh, Rainbow Shard. I already have Rainbow Shard. I already have Remedies.
What's the Rainbow Shard for?
It's a consumable item that casts a shell when used. Basically, protects against fire, ice, and lightning all at once.
I always forget what, like, the curtains and shards do, so...
Let's see, do I have some... It's like... Frost here reduces ice, Blaze reduces fire, Shock Coil reduces lightning, Dark Matter resists death, Rainbow Shard is basically shell. Except that's not what these are called in the original, so...
Right,
yeah.
Those are the elemental curtains, I assume.
Yeah, they're the elemental curtains. Blue curtain, yellow curtain, etc. Lunar curtain.
I feel like the curtains were named specifically to deal with...
Oh man. This is the best floor in the entire game, right here. The Mage Village. While the red mages, or excuse me, purple mages don't sell anything, well, these green mages do. Well, some red mages do, but all black mages and all white mages sell black and white magic, and they sell all of them in the game. All of them. Every single one of them. I'm hoping that one black mage and one white mage sells the ultimate magic, because what would be the point of not having them for sell, even though they have MP cost? Ooh, this guy sells...
I like how he sells the Glacial Rod, which Cognazo drops.
Yeah. I could use more than one Priest Staff so that Umber and somebody else that's not really combat useful can use it, but I don't have enough gil. Oh right, I spent my gil on pluses, that's why. I just assumed I would get a bunch of money here, but I'm not. I'm getting close to level 8, but not quite. Not quite. Please. Nope. Talk to everyone. Well, I mean, yeah, it's so you can be balanced. That is true, blue magic exists.
I like the reference to the blue magic.
Good. What? I wonder what some of these are in references to. I know some of them are references to Final Fantasy 1 itself, but...
I think the shortened cast time is in reference to the fact that spells actually do have cast time in the ATB system games.
I also know there's such a thing as Spell Spring, which means you can use magic infinitely. But why, though?
Because conceptually, red mages are kind of meant to use rapier-type weapons.
Ooh, this guy sells Hermes shoes, which I got 7 of from random chests, and they cast haste, which 2 of my mages cast anyway. They do sell ethers, though, which heal 50 MP and cost way too much gil, and if you try to sell them... if I can even find them... because sorting, what's that? They only sell for 1,000. So hypothetically, they should be either 2,000 or 4,000. Please, best magic. Armor, please. So, I don't actually have Crimson Jacket.
Isn't the Crimson Jacket
Or
in
Crystal
the
Green.
base game like the ultimate red mage armor?
I think it is.
Wow, they sell all of the ultimate mage armors.
They do. And I need 2 of these. I better sell stuff. Let's sell Mega Elixir, oh wait, 1 gil. Let's sell Elixir, oh wait, 1 gil. Let's sell Phoenix Downs, oh wait, 500 gil. Blaze Runes, no. Soma Drop, get that 1 gil, yeah! So it is 1 gil.
Yeah.
I know I have expensive shit. Vorpal Edge. Actually, that's a lot. Sell 2 of them so I have 1 left. I don't need 2 Dark Claymores. I don't need this many Z-Will Blades, Earth's Will Blades. That's not much gil. Come on. Where's my Thieves Vest, or Thieves Gloves? Those are worth a lot, and the
Vests are up there.
Thieves Gloves. Yeah, I don't need 4 of these.
Wow.
Yeah, Thieves Gloves and Thief Vests are worth a ton, and the Spirit and Water Nagas drop them frequently, and you can encounter a lot of them. They're worth grinding for gil. Okay, Crimson Jacket, Crystal Ring. That way I don't have to grind for them, or hope I get them from a random chest. Also, if I need more, I can just come back here. If I want to, that is. I don't want to come back here. Please, where's the magic?
You're gonna need gil before you check magic shops. Because
I
you have 3 digits of gil.
I at least want to see if the magic exists. I know they do. I might have to cut until I either find them or get bored.
Could it possibly be in that building?
No, the building is the exit.
Uh,
Here we are, level 8. Hey look, a spell I can use as an item. Therefore I don't need it for my library. Yes, library. Oh, it's not even that. It's not even that expensive. Much expensive than Flare. But guess what? Guess what? Also, this can also be used with an item called the Ultima Rod. But I want to see it. I want to see what it looks like. Okay, so where's the person I can sell?
The White Wizard up there, I think, on the right. Or that one.
Okay, where's my Thieves Vest? Thieves Vest. Yeah, Thieves Vest is not that much more, but...
Thieves, 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 thieves.
I like how a glove is more worth it than a vest. Okay, no, where'd he go? No, you are the worst mage. Actually, you're not the worst. Like, even a regular-ass Thunder can do like 1,000 damage, apparently.
Only if you're lost, though.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save state and find out what this... Oh, I need to forget a spell first. Because you can't forget it as you're buying it. I forgot.
I didn't even know you could forget.
You can't forget in the original, but you can here. X
Gotta
Zone.
get rid of Project Cross Zone.
I like, speaking of X Zone, you know how it's like the animation's like a black hole, but instead of crushing, it just sends you to another dimension? I like to imagine that's what a Gardevoir is doing. Not sucking people in to crush them, sucking people in to banish them to another dimension. That's what I like to think a Gardevoir is doing.
I don't remember Gardevoir having that animation in anything.
I mean, the Pokedex entry is... Oh, this place has an inn? I never knew this place has an inn. But yeah,
Gardevoir is
Gardevoir...
overpriced as knockoff Provoca.
Yeah, Gardevoir is like... It can create small black holes to defend its trainer, and it's immune to gravity, so Gardevoir gets the last laugh, apparently. Okay. Are you ready? 199 MP. More destructive than Flare. Here we go. It better not have the animation for Vanilla Flare.